I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood for me. One day when I was lost, my King died on that cross. I know it was the blood for me. Hey, good morning, Salawan family. This is Kayadawan coming to you today. And I come here to you just have a conversation on you about, because I know all of you have heard about the Hebrew community here in the Cape Coast who land was devastating, and that was a horrible thing. But I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give you my perspective of it, of someone who is in Ghana and someone who have purchased land. So this is my perspective on that. Again, I say what went on was devastating, but if you know anything about me, you know I believe nothing is done without the Father's will. So this could be a testimony of encouragement, or a testimony of disappointment, or a testimony of showing you the power of the Most High. Now, my perspective of this is that, again, nothing happens without the Most High allowing it to happen. So that's the first thing I always remember when I do anything. Either it's a learning lesson for myself or a learning lesson for others. And he can use people to do that. Now, this could be used for to show awareness of some of the greed and treachery that does happen in Ghana. Or it could not. Most likely it is. But it also can be a testimony once this resolved to show you the power of the Most High, which I believe that is the situation. Because I do believe that this will be resolved. And these brothers who are Israelites, because they have the Most High, are not only going to come out with the resort, but they're going to come out with something 10 times better than what they had before. That is the power of the Most High. You know, the Most High always show his power. So like in the end times of Revelation, and when he said when the nations come and get them, he will let them build. So we got to understand that when we fall on the faith of the Most High, things are still going to happen to us through tribulation. But our faith and the messengers who follow us will not allow it to prosper. You know the song that we always say, that song that they sang in the church, it will never prosper. So even when your enemies are against you, you know, some of these songs have legitimacy. But don't never think for 1 second you're not going to be tested. And always remember, the world is given to the hand of the wicked. So wherever there is greed in this world, and that's everywhere. I'll repeat, wherever there is greed in this world, and that is everywhere, you're going to have this problem. But don't lose your faith and be afraid, because you have the Most High. Now, you know, this would not discourage me one bit in buying land in Ghana. All this would tell me to do is I need to be vigilant, and I need to pay attention, which that's what the Bible tell you. Always be vigilant. He did not tell you sometimes be vigilant. He ain't say part-time be vigilant. He said always be vigilant. Being vigilant keeps us on our toes so we can be aware of the world situations and what's going on around us. Now, I say this because I know a lot of people get afraid, and they use this as an excuse to say, well, I'm not going to leave America. I'm going to stay there, and I'm not going to Africa because they're taking people land. And I know all the excuses that you're going to make. You know, you were looking for most of these people who say that they're not coming because they've seen something on the internet. They are just simply saying that because they weren't coming in the first place. So they were looking for any excuse not to come out of their comfort zone. Because that's all it's about. If you look at my previous videos in my Howard Shai Mayan Rai website, which Howard Shai Mayan Rai just means deliver us from evil. That's all it is in Paleo Hebrew. Howard Shai Mayan Rai. So besides that, and this is what makes me laugh when people say I'm not going to Ghana because they see one incident. They see one incident where somebody lost land, and there may be others where people lost land through not paying attention and not being diligent in their research and finding out what they need to do and how they need to do it. But that's kind of on the silly part too, because on the bottom, I'm gonna attach at least 5 or 6 examples where you at in America. For you people in America, it's almost a historical laugh. It's laughable for you to be worried about one person taking one area being taken, and that's going to be resolved. The difference between this situation and one that will happen in America. This went all the way to the president, the minister of interior. This went all the way up, and they're going to resolve it. They're going to resolve it. I have no doubt this is going to be resolved in favorable of those brothers in Hebrew, or I'd rather just say Israelite, because Hebrew is a language. So when people say Hebrew, that always, it's a language. And so you say Hebrew Israelite, you're basically saying a person that speak Hebrew that is an Israelite, because and most people don't speak Hebrew. So I mean, in all aspects, you can be an American Israelite, you can be a Chinese Israelite, because that means you speak American and you are an Israelite, or you can be an African or Kenyan or Ethiopian Israelite. So unless you speak Hebrew, then you are a Hebrew Israelite, because now you are a Hebrew speaking Israelite. I prefer you just say you are an Israelite. But that doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking about. I just like to make sense when I speak. And so when someone asks me who I am, I would never say I'm a Hebrew Israelite, even though I do know quite a bit of Paleo Hebrew, but I'm not fluent in it. I would simply say I'm an Israelite. I speak American fluently, so I would more be an American Israelite or English speaking Israelite to be correct. But that's back to this. I got sidetracked because I love you guys, and every time I talk to you, I want to give you some form of education. What little I have. So what I was talking about when we in America, and we always worrying about land. Now we had like I said, on the bottom of the thing, I included sites where you can see where the farmers lost their land, Black Wall Street, the 1866 Memphis race riot, the Red Summer massacres of the 1919s, just lots of history of where you at. Where land was not only taken, but the people were killed. So for you to say that I'm not going to Ghana because I saw somebody's land was taken and it's being resolved, that's what makes it hysterically a laugh. You have more fear in a place where you can only find 1 or 2 or 10, if someone lost land through not paying attention or not making sure their paperwork were correct. When you have the American government who has written over 100 treaties with the United States and they follow none of them. With the natives, I stand correct. And even agreements they made with the Black Americans ain't follow none of them neither. So as far as the government not doing the right thing, you in the worst place ever. So for you to say something about, don't get me wrong, people. It's wrong wherever you at. Any government that do not, or contract is not followed according to to the agreement is wrong. But you do have a legal system to fight it here in Ghana, just like you have a legal system to fight it there in the U.S. The good thing about you being able to fight the legal system here, that it's going to favor you more, believe it or not, because they want you to return. Because you have the right to try and abort. They want you to come and bring your finances. And they're not going to risk losing millions and billions of dollars on things such as this because it's not economically wise. So their greed would even take precedence in this, and they will do the right thing because of their greed. Even those who do not believe in the Most High, they understand that this would make a financial footprint in it that would be too deep. So I'm just telling you, I like numbers, and I like that these people, these Hebrew Israelites, let me stand correct, my brothers and sisters, because I identify also as an Israelite, that they are in my prayers, and I know it's going to be resolved according to the Most High. And this whole fiesta was designed to happen by the Most High. Nothing is done without His will. This is to bring the attention to the government of Ghana of the mistreatment of some of the African Americans who moved to Ghana, and also throughout Africa, because it is going to bring awareness throughout Africa. There's greed all throughout Africa. I'm pretty sure something like this is happening everywhere in Africa. So picking out one place is kind of ridiculous too. Only reason Ghana picks up more because more of the diaspora is moving here. That's it. So it has more visibility. And that's fine, because we want visibility when we move here so we can become safer and we become more secure. As far as the Ghana government and the chieftains, and you just have to be diligent. You got to stay on your toes. You have to, I'm going to repeat, always be vigilant. So as far as my take on it, I have the Most High. And all things are in His control. I have no fear other than Him. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Fear Elohim, the whole duty of man, and keep His commandments. That's the only fear I have. I don't fear death. Not the first death. I do fear the second, and the only one that could give me the second death is Elohim, Yahweh Himself. Yeah, it goes back to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. So I tell you this, brothers and sisters, so stop the panic. Stop using focus on your goal if your plan is to move to Ghana. And if you use this as an excuse not to come, you weren't coming anyway. So good luck in Erica, where the treacheries are 100,000 times worse. But one day you'll realize and wish that you would have made that decision to move to Ghana or any African country that you can rebuild. I will never understand how people, anybody, can look at one incident. You know, it's like a man who lived in a crime-infested city. You guys in America, most of you, and you see crimes like mass killings every other day, and you see crimes like robbery, and there's rape, and there's everything under the sun. And then someone tells you to move, and you say, well, maybe you should move over to Africa. And then you say, well, I read an article that a man's wallet got stolen. It's like you totally forget where you at. You forget your history of where you at. You forget the wickedness of the people who you are around. You forget that they killing you on the streets, and then you relate one incident, and then you run with it like that is the be all that all. In the place that you are, it's 100 times worse. I mean, even today, you got the farmer who's fighting racism, the people and the sheriffs trying to helping them to put them off their property. Like, it makes no sense of you really even comparing. Understanding that the world is given unto the hand of the wicked, that no matter where you go, greed is going to poke his head out. But that's why we have the Most High. The Most High. Now, I ain't mad at none of you. I just find it comical. I was reading some of the messages below that people were leaving about. That's why I'm not going to Ghana and in America. I mean, they really need to look in the mirror. They really need to look outside. And if all you worried about and only thing you really fear is that somebody going to come and take your land, and you can do legal just like they doing in there, legal things. You're not worried about your life. You're not worrying about your children's future. See, there in America, you got to worry about. You got to worry about their life, their future. Everything. In Ghana, if you are a smart businessman here, you can create and buy multiple things of land while you're here. In 25 years, I'm pretty sure that Hebrew community got lots of community. Like he said, he was speaking from Israel at one of them. They have land all over the place. And they will resolve that issue on that land. But they keep building here in Africa, one place after the other. That's the goal. That's what you do. You're going to have problems with some of your businesses, or your business like I do, but you're going to have problems with sometimes with the chieftains and stuff like that, like I do, but you get over it. You have the Most High. Nothing in Scripture told you it was going to be easy making these transitions. He just say that he will walk with you and keep you and be your strength. But you will get the tribulations. Because tribulations make you strong. Like he tell you, gold must go through fire before it's pure. So you should be looking for the wickedness and the greediness around you and to poke his head out. That's why you got to have on the full armor of Yah. That's why he tell you that. He don't tell you all these things just to say, okay, you're safe. No. You're not safe. You're not safe from them attempting to harm you. I'm going to repeat. You're not safe from them attempting to harm you. But your faith and your following Yah's laws, statutes, and commandments will always make you prevail. That's all you have to remember. Your faith and keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments will always make you prevail. But you will get the tribulations. In that, my brothers and sisters, I say to you, I love you. Don't have that fear. Don't let those discourage you from making these moves. Because if you allow them to discourage you to make these moves, it's going to be the biggest mistake in your life. Because at one point, they're going to stop you African Americans and all over the diaspora from leaving y'all places and coming to Africa because they losing money. Every time y'all leave, y'all taking $1 out of America and y'all investing it somewhere else. It's going to be, they have a cutoff. Believe me, they have a cutoff on how many people they will allow to leave. And when they get to that point where they see that it's devastating the economy or it's affecting the economy in the United States, when you African Americans leave, because the unfortunate fact is that you guys do not put your money back into the system. Your money does not circulate 5 or 6 times within your community. Your money goes straight to the white supremacist companies in the pockets of them. So they need the money that you make to go right back into their pockets to help build the economy, because it doesn't go into your communities. Or it goes to your greedy pastors. But and then they put the money back into the white supremacist community. Well, buying a new car, buying a new houses for them, buying a jet, buying a plans. Who you think own those companies? So the point is this. Don't be afraid. You're going to hear stuff out of Ghana because that's what the white supremacists want you to hear. Everything is going to be perfect in Ghana or Nigeria or Kenya or to uh, or man, I don't know, any country in Africa. It ain't going to be perfect. Is it perfect where you at? You can't be in the worst place ever. I'm just telling you, you are. If you're in America, you are in the farthest crime, murder, and then you look somewhere outside and say, I don't want to go there because there's too much crime. It's like you're not even looking where you at. It's almost a joke. Well, I read an article that someone computer got stolen. I tell you what you do next time. You pick up your newspaper and you turn on your news and you see how much crime you see, and you read them in one day. It's kind of funny to me. So I'm going to let you brothers and sisters go, but that's my take. You can listen to this or you cannot listen to this. I advise you to share this because there are people who are discouraged. And I'm here in Africa. I'm not discouraged by that at all. I know wickedness exists. I know the greed is out there. I know I must be vigilant. And I know at any point I can be attacked. But my faith is in the Most High. I love him so, and he loves me. So I know I'm guarded by his messengers. But whatever happens to me, I know the Most High allowed it. He's testing me. He tests us every day. He tests our faith. He has always done that. From Isaac to Abraham to Moses to all my blood brothers and sisters. I'm going to repeat, all my blood brothers and sisters in this journey to this kingdom that we're going to receive one day. We've been tested and we will be tested. Every prophet, every servant, as I am a servant of the Most High. So I expect it, and I expect to be tested. I always tell you guys, this life is not mine. It is his. He can do as he wants with it. He can take it today, he can take it tomorrow, he can take it after I make this video. And if he did, then so be it. It was never mine in the beginning. I was always his. I'm an old soldier. And I realized something that really woke me up one day. I don't fear death. I never really have. But one of the things that I realized as an old soldier, and I did 20 years in the military, is that I was willing to die for a country. I'm going to repeat this. I was willing to die for a country. Not all the way. I was in the military for my family and security as well. But I was willing to die for a country that didn't even love me. How much more should I be willing to die for a father who I know loves me? Isn't that beautiful? I truly would lay down my life for the Father if he asked me. I love him so. I'm not an emotional person, but it makes me emotional knowing how much I love him and what I would do for him. I am a servant. He can use me whatever he wants. Whether he take everything from me, put me in a tent in the middle of the woods, that is his will. I will accept it. I will endure it, and I will move on. Just like Job, and I will still praise him the whole way till my death, the first. See, that's the mentality we got to have when you lose this fear of what man can do to you or what man can take. Because none of this belongs to us. None of it. It's just on loan. So whether they take it or not, it's on loan. Now, do we love the comfort? Yes. but it's just on loan. So with that, I'm going to let you go because I love you. I love all of you. You my family. Salawam. I wish all of you blessings, Baraks. And you stay safe. But I'm going to leave you with this song because this song is truly what's in my heart. This is my desire to honor you, Yah, with all this heart. I worship you. All that is within me, I give you praise. All that I adore is in you. Yeah, I give you my heart. I give you my soul. I live for you alone. Every breath that I take, every moment I'm awake. Yeah, have your way, please. Have your way in me. And with that, family, Salawam, and peace be with you.